Good afternoon, I'm RedstoneDragon, aka Emery. I'm one of the directors for this channel, the Obsidian Dragons, and today I thought I'd take a little break from Minecraft to show you some BattleFront 2 footage. What I've done is I've removed all the AI from my team and amped up the AI on the other team, so it is myself against an entire army of bots. So, we'll see how this turns out. In the meantime, feel free to sit back, relax, and enjoy. One of the first notes I want to make here is this map is not actually an official BattleFront 2 map. This is part of the conversion pack, which takes a whole bunch of maps and units from Battlefront 1 and custom just for this pack, and it adds it all to Battlefront 2. So essentially, if you own Battlefront 1, sell that, buy Battlefront 2, get conversion pack. End of story. Now, this guy right here, not a fan of him. He's got a big old staff meant to like walk up and start beating you up upside the head, face, whatever. Not fun. You generally want to keep your distance from him, and you also want to watch out for wrist rockets like that guy just threw. Quite lethal, especially when it gets close to hitting you dead on. Now I'm going to switch over to the Clone Commando unit, which is specific to the conversion pack mod. As you can see, I've got some of his stats up on screen. This is probably one of my favorite mods of the entire conversion pack. He's a really powerful unit. He's built for small numbers of him, large numbers of anybody else, and he can hold his own in a fight. His only problem is he doesn't work well with snipers or with dead-on hits from rockets. For whatever reason, I never have been able to avoid a dead-on hit from a rocket. And there's something that everyone just wants to see. Spawn in, droid, boom, right there. Woo! I'm just gonna leave now. So I run around the building and try and sneak up on him from behind, but he's disappeared. Now, apparently those guys decide to follow me, and oh my god, there's a flashing staff dude, Magna Guard, whatever the thing's called, sitting right there. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm moving up to another command post because the command post I was at is a little bit unprotected. There's generally droids everywhere when I spawn in, and I can't seem to hit that unit for whatever reason. And oh my gosh, there's another one. They're everywhere. They're taking over the world. So now the problem is when you're sitting here capturing a command post, you're just kind of sitting there out in the open. If someone walks up, there's no cover whatsoever, so you're just gonna have to deal with what you got. And see, Scad's unit start running up on me, and there's really nothing I can do to hide from them. I just gotta mow them down before they get accurate enough to shoot me. Now, what I'm going to do here in a second is I'm going to start working on getting some of the award weapons, such as the award rifle, by switching over to the regular clone trooper unit. And I forget the control scheme a little bit, so you'll see that I accidentally threw down a grenade right there instead of entered the command post. Now, to get this award rifle, you have to get 12 kills with a rifle in one round. In theory, that's kind of easy, but when it's just you, not really. So I'm moving up to the crypt command post, which is basically in a big tomb just down this hallway, and there's generally droids everywhere when you get down there. But for whatever reason, such is not the case when I get down here this time. They must have all been on break or something. I don't know. Now, I normally would go charging back in there, but as you can see, I had low health, so I figured it'd be best if I just beat it and tried to regain some health, but someone managed to get me before then. Now, see, the one flaw with these guys, they can block every shot that you throw their way up until they jump at you, which they really like to jump for whatever reason. Now, you got two options. If you're playing with a unit like the Clone Commando that can mow them down before they hit the ground, then go ahead and mow them down before they hit the ground. If that's not an option, then just sprint, roll, do something. Get under them, get past them, start running the other direction. Okay? He's got to stop, turn around, and start chasing you. So just get the heck out of there. Alright, now, this is not something that I would recommend doing a whole lot. I just sit here and try and do some long-range fighting with a mid-range weapon, and as you can see, sniper to the head, got me. Long-range weapons always whip mid-range weapons, especially when over a long range. There's a reason they call it that. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm trying to get the award pistol, which you get with 6 pistol kills in 1 round. But that's pretty hard because the pistol is easily the weakest weapon in the game. So what I'm doing here is I'm switching over to the Recon Trooper, and he's got a single thermal detonator, a slightly more powerful pistol, a massive powerful sniper rifle, and stealth. Now, the reason I didn't just run on up the stairs right then is because I was trying to take back that command post, which was a pretty stupid idea. So now, since my reinforcement count is running low, I'm just going to sit up here and do what I do best, and that's snipe stuff. Now, sniper rifles always do 1 hit, 1 kill when it's a headshot, except for this one. This one will one-shot anything, even if it's not a headshot or a critical hit. So, with situations like this, sure, there's no cover here whatsoever, but it really doesn't matter because none of the AI units are smart enough to walk out there to where I am. They're just going to stand back there and try and shoot at me. So all I have to do really is just sit here, snipe them before they can shoot me. There's generally a rule you want to follow with this. Take out the long range first, and then work on the mid-range. So for example, Super Battle Droid, he's a mid-range. He's not going to be accurate enough to be able to get me from all the way out there. So I can let him sit there for a second. The snipers, on the other hand, are almost always going to take me out one shot because they have time to sit there, line up a shot, and get me. So whenever you see a sniper unit, you want to take him out first and then move on to the mid-range. Now, I take a break from shooting him to come shoot this guy because, as you can see, he's moving up the bridge. If he gets close enough, game over. I don't know what that guy was doing trying to hit me with a shotgun. Shotguns, not long-range weapons. I don't know what he did with his field training manual, but yeah, he obviously didn't read it. Alright, so my unit count's getting a little low. and I almost got hit in the face by a wrist rocket. Those things are deadly to the face. When it flies right by your face, however, not so much. So my unit count's getting really low, as in 1 kill and game over. So I'm going to try and get a little more aggressive and move to a more protected location. Alright, see a couple units, and there's a sniper rifle right there. One thing I never really did like was snipers that could get off a shot that could kill you close range. So unfortunately this one was a defeat, but I'll do better in the future. Anyway, this is RedstoneDragon, director for Obsidian Dragons, signing off.